Hey, fire signs, welcome in back to another reading. I'm Kymmy. Welcome to my channel if it's your first time. If not, welcome back. I'm happy to have you here. Now, before we get into it, I just wanted to remind everyone that these are general readings and some messages may not apply to you, and that's okay. You're allowed to decide for yourself which journey you are going to have. As well as I'm not taking personal readings online at this time. If I ever do, I will list links or comments stating so. Until then, don't give your hard-earned money to other individuals who are trying to scam in the comments as pretending to be other people. All right. The cat was howling, so I feel like you're really wanting to howl out right now and like scream, maybe some vocal like practices and exercises. If it's not the case, 111. So some of you may be working on your vocals, whether it's being controlling the storm within or to release the passion that you've kept at bay. Today's reading is one of my favorite friends. Mom always asks herself, "How is my weather?" And she passed it down onto my friend, and he's great. And yeah, so in honor of their tradition of checking on themselves, I wanted to do that as well. So I've picked out for you my fire signs, and that's all placements in the natal chart, and this is timeless reading. If you felt called to it, it's also welcoming for you. This is your image, and I feel like I was hearing before I started the reading, you can do this in your sleep. So I feel like a lot of you are like just getting a lot of work done, and it could be that some individuals are jealous at the fact that you seem to rest when you need to and also get a whole bunch of projects or taking care of the household or whatever it is that you do in your daily routine. A lot of people are noticing you're doing that effortlessly, or at least to them it seems effortlessly. But you're feeling super tired in regards to it. You feel like maybe you're not getting enough appreciation for the amount of work you do, based on the fact that people are sleeping on what it takes to be dedicated and committed to your work as you have been. Although you're not alone, there's a bunch of people who are like wholesome and like super like admiring of you, especially at how you've been taking care of yourself lately, fire signs, and being like, no, today is a no spoons day, and I'm not going to force everything on this little tiny spoon in order to make society standards of quota of what was good enough for the day. No, you're deciding what your routine is, and you're deciding on who gets your attention. And I think that's really great, because what your weather is right now is I'm not taking on others' problems. Like, I'm going to take time to myself and retreat and know that other people are going to support me. And you feel really supported right now. That's what I feel like. You feel really supported. You feel, I know that's kind of contradictory, but like the people who are for you are really supportive. There's the people who are around you who aren't your friends, and you shouldn't be paying no mind to them. That may not understand that, and if they got the time to get to know you a little better, they'd realize that you're really hardworking. And I feel like, yeah, that's what I have from you. I should have gonna pull some cards. So I feel like you could just do this in your sleep, and I feel like since you feel like you can, like you feel like you're able to get everything done that you need to get done. And if people expect more from you, then you're like, sorry, I'm resting right now. And I feel like these two are your like bodyguards. You could have like pets who come up to you and be like, it's time to rest now, and they'll like pert themselves in front of your work and be like, no, come rest and take a little bit, you know. Or it could be your kids or your spouse or friends just calling you up and be like, hey, you've been working a little too hard, let's have some downtime. And you're like, yes. Whereas before you used to be like, I have a lot of things to get done, I don't know if I can do this. So I feel like you're really embracing the rest, like within your own symphony. You know, when in a musical sheet, there's always some rest at some point. You know, you can't just be like winding yourself by constantly blowing on that saxophone and trumpets and just constantly go go go. And you're like, I'm not a go go girl, I'm a I do what I want kind of like girl. But you don't have to be a girl, but like it's like I do what I want. And I feel like you are doing what you want, regardless of how people like try to tell you, oh, you're lazy because you're not working hard all the time. And I feel like you're just allowing yourself to be and not be what anyone else wants you to be. So can we get our fire signs? How are they feeling? What's their weather like? Yeah, I feel like you're flooring a lot of people, shattering their illusions of what to expect from you. Because people were like, oh, they'll do that. They're always busy. They're always willing to help. They're willing to give me a ride here. They're willing to put in the extra here. And you're like, yeah, but I'm still a human being. Like, just because I'm very high functional and I can get a lot of projects done doesn't mean that you can just throw extra stuff on me and be voluntolding me what to do and like voluntelling me what to do. No, 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 no. If I didn't volunteer my energy, you don't get it. And I feel like that's where your weather is at right now, where you're just not putting up with other people trying to tell you what you should be, what you should do, wasting your time, you know. And yeah, you've slowed down from going in this cog and machine energy where you're like, I need to go, grind, 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 grind. And you're like, but why? I can still be fruitful in my creations. I can still speak my truth, and I can dance and rejoice in my light by just being myself. You know, creating your own structure. So you're shattering society norms and creating your own structure. You're like, I create my own routine. Nobody's gonna tell me that, oh, you gotta be to work at this time. It's like, no, I'll take less hours then. Thank you. I have other streams of income, where it looks like where you have multiple streams of income. One coming from your passion and bringing your passion and also your truth together to create a flow of abundance. So you're feeling very fruitful and very rebellious right now, to confirm and tie it up in a nice bow for you there, fire signs. You're feeling very liberated and rebellious against social norms and shattering the structures that you may have been and leaving it in the background. Like, you're literally drowning it out. You can see the horizon of what used to be. You can hardly see the horizons of the person you used to be. And even though it's not in the forefront anymore. It's still a part of you, but it's only surface level of who you are, right? As it about buoyancies along boy as it buoys itself across the surface, but that's not truly who you are at the center. And I feel like a lot of you fire signs are feeling really centered in who you truly are now, and that you realize that what was originally taught to you while growing up, the social norms and the grind is just the surface level and just the tip of the iceberg of who you are. And I feel like that's an amazing thing to be at, is knowing that you're past the horizon of creating a new version of yourself. And that's really beautiful. And I appreciate you letting me read your energy, fire signs. And I look forward to reading your energies in the future and seeing where this new horizon brings you now that your past is like fading away into the background. So it'll be beautiful to see who this new version of yourselves you keep birthing with your passion and speaking your truth. Balance between the both. Yeah, that's some powerful stuff. I'm proud of you. All my fire sign placements. So yeah, remember to eat, hydrate, and have fun. Bye.